Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's going to take off. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. A little release to the back. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. With jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for the...
Can anyone catch him? And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, NC State! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Louisville Cardinals offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock, old school, 2 of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, like, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking downfield, it's Reddick. This one's complete.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And NC State sending the offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They move the tight end all over. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he'll avoid the tackle on the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Going up top on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps, they're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gapped.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Dropping back, it's Reddick. Takes the easy completion. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Dances away to buy time. Nowhere to move. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with a big one.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Power football with the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep across the 45. Afterburners coming. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On the option. Now the toss. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out and ready to attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch. It's Lawrence. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Reddick. On a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. He wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all DBs make the play in the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wolfpack! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Penn State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Beaver Stadium. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Happy Valley crowd who leaves happy with the win. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Caught over the middle. It's Everett. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the play and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey.
Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. 2 corners of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Got it behind the line. It's Everett. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Wants to throw on third. He's going to throw deep right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on second down. Touchdown, NC State! And the beatdown has ensued. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And they tack on the... lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that one.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job of getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Caught behind the line. It's Everett. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
To the air, it's Reddick. He finds his man, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking to throw it again. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lawrence. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals! Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over Old Dominion. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this plays. Keeping up. 7. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty.
Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. The option look. He'll toss it. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes his connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They let... But this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
He spins that thing down the middle. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught
it. To the air on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He's going to pass. Caught. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Immediately fires to the middle.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Complete to the left. Oh, look out! He's at the 10. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party hit. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day, dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
There's just so much for this defense to make about. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires left. Complete downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been
going for it all. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
21.
He'll return it. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Pocket stop. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. All by himself down the middle. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line. One more play to pad the stats. He'll come out throwing on first down. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug.